You just saw my 1990 240SX, my dream car, the car that I've wanted ever since I played it in Need for Speed Underground 2. Well, I've had that car for about 2 years now, and it's just falling apart. Recently it failed smog, blew a tire, and just much more has been going on with it. But I don't want it to die. I love that car. So in this episode, we're gonna pop up the hood and see what's going on. Okay, so ignore the bad motor mounts right here. But when the hood is popped and the car started, we can hear a rhythmic clicking sound that has gotten a lot louder over the years. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to try to tackle, because I think that's one reason why I'm feeling smog. But the question is just, what is that noise? And I'm sure some of you with a more advanced ear can just know what that is. But I don't know anything about cars. I'm kind of learning as I go. Another thing they told me it could be is a clogged cat. So with the motor running, I'm going to undo my O2 sensor to see if the motor speeds up, because if it does when the O2 sensor's out, that could mean I have a clogged cat. But luckily for me, it just kind of changed the tone, which is going to happen when you put a fat hole in your exhaust. But it didn't speed up. So that's good for me, but the question still remains, what's that clicking sound? So I have to do a little bit more detective work. With my face really close to an uncovered fan, I'm listening to hear where the noise is coming from. It's definitely coming from the front of the motor, one. I'm guessing it's a timing chain, or it could even be the distributor cap, because it kind of sounds like it might be coming from that area, but I don't know. So when I started up, it definitely has timing chain slap. I know that for a fact. So the timing chain more than likely has to get done anyways. But I'm praying to Jesus that it is just a timing, or it's just a distributor cap, because that's like a $10 job. That's nothing. So before I get to the timing chain, I'm going to give it just a super tune up with a new distributor cap, new wires, new spark plugs, and all that stuff, hoping that one of these cheap fixes will fix it and I won't have to do the expensive, time consuming job. But more than likely I will. So that's that. So looking at this distributor cap, it's not too bad. I've seen a lot worse, but it's definitely a good thing that I'm doing just to get it out of the way, because it definitely needed to be done. Same thing with the rotor. It's in pretty bad shape, and although it's not like horrific, I still think that this could be causing some problems. Alright, so I went on a quick trip down to AutoZone and just got a few things that I needed, and now it's time to put them in. Right here, I'm just laying out all the wires by length, just to try to make my job a little bit easier when I go looking for them. So nothing too exciting, but just thought I'd let you know what I was doing. So just because I am a noob when it comes to mechanics, I'm taking out one spark plug wire at a time and replacing it with the one that matches out of the new box of spark plug wires, just so I don't make any dumb noob mistakes, and I know that all my wires are in the right position and correct firing order and all that stuff. So if you're new to cars and you're going to be doing something like this, just a quick tip, I guess, just take one out, replace it, do the next one, replace it, and that way you don't make any dumb mistakes. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't know a lot about mechanics or cars. I'm teaching myself as I go because I'm passionate about it. So when I look at these spark plugs, I still see perfectly good spark plugs, especially since I just replaced them about a month or two before this video. But seeing as how I'm swapping out the wires, distributor cap, rotor, all that stuff already, I thought I might as well go down and get the spark plugs that everybody says run great in 240s, which are the NGKs. I got the platinums or whatever the best ones are, and I thought I'd put those in instead, just so there's no doubt in my mind that any of this is flawed. However, I didn't do that till after this video was filmed, so for right now I'm just putting in the other ones, which unfortunately they got a little bit wet, which you'll see in an upcoming clip. It made the motor just not want to start for a second, but then once it started up and warmed up and shit like that, it ran fine again. But yeah, so that almost messed me up for a little bit, but yeah, did replace them. Just in this video I'm putting them back for right now. So, as you can tell, it was rough at the beginning, but now it's running pretty good again. But if you listen closely, you can hear like a slapping noise, and I'm guessing it's still the timing chain. But maybe some of you guys can tell me who are more experienced. It was hard to see what was going on in the engine bay just because it was so covered with dirt, because I live out in the desert. So any type of oil just collects dirt from the road, and it makes your engine really, really nasty. So I blocked off the necessary components like the alternator and all that stuff, and make sure I had no exposed wires. And I just kind of went ham with some degreaser. That way I could clean up the engine bay and just see what was going on, to see if I could find anything that could be causing these noises, because I'm just praying at this point that it's not a timing chain, because I don't want to do a timing chain, even though I know in the back of my head that I do have timing chain slap, and it's probably going to be the timing chain. So that's what I'm doing right here. So while I was degreasing and scrubbing all the grime off of my motor, I did notice that my manifold was actually missing one bolt and had a loose bolt. So I retightened down the loose bolt, and I need to go get the like a manifold stud or whatever it's called for the bottom, because that type of exhaust leak could definitely cause me some trouble with passing emissions. I tried to take one off the drift car, but it was just not working for me, so I actually just have to run down to the auto parts store and get one, but that'll be in the next episode. So unfortunately it wasn't an easy fix. It wasn't just a distributor cap or spark plugs. There's something more wrong with the car. And so my next theory is that it's a timing chain, but I'm not going to be able to record that in a video because I actually already did the timing chain. This video that you just watched was recorded back in December. I've just been sitting on the footage because I haven't had time to edit it or to film this intro outro thing for you. So I actually already did the timing chain cover because I was on a tight schedule. I got the timing chain done and it's running again, but it's not running correctly yet. I have to adjust the timing and do a few more little adjustments and fix a few things, because when you start taking apart a 20-year-old car, some bolts are gonna break and strip and things like that. So I'll get more into that in the next episode. I'm hoping to make a lot more of these, and if you guys like this new format, it's kind of a more professional video, let me know by hitting that like button, comment down below, and I'm sure most of you would just be happy that I'm uploading. So yeah, just subscribe if you're not already, hit the like button, leave me a comment down below what you think of this, and hopefully we can save the Trail 40SX. So, peace.